Good Tuesday morning. Yesterday, the President of the United States had a press conference where he announced, this is true, where he announced that there is a deal between him and all the supreme leaders of Iran. When I'm going, the president is sadly mistaken because they said that they don't have no kind of deal with the president. And he keeps telling the American people that he has some kind of deal with Iran. That's not right. Our job as journalists and especially our job as YouTubers especially our job as YouTubers who owns online news network. Our job is to bring the news to you, the American people. Every time that this president says something idiotic, it's our job to bring the news to you, to make sure that you are informed about what the president said. So, he said he got to deal with Iran. So, Mr. President, if you got to deal with Iran, with the Iranian government, then why don't you go to Iran, meet with the supreme leaders, meet with the Iranian Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, the Prime Minister, and the Iranian Secretary of State and the Iranian Deputy Secretary of State. If you are willing to say you got to deal with the Iranian government, then go to Iran and get one. But you can't get one because if you try to get one, then the Iranian government will tell you no. So you are afraid about getting a deal with the Iranian government. This past Sunday was Easter. And this man, who we call the President of the United States, instead of the President of the United States wishing every American a happy Easter, like so many presidents before him, did on Easter. This man goes and decides put out a truth, to go put out a truth on his social media platform, Truth Social. And in that he said this. Happy Easter to every American. I don't know why the radical left Democrats go and try to prosecute me. I have did nothing wrong as President of the United States. What I have done as President of the United States is try to get a deal with the Supreme Leader of Iran and Prime Minister of Iran. But the Republicans in Congress, they sold me out. And they threw me under the bus. That is from the President of the United States. Those are not my words. Those are Donald Trump's words, quote by quote, in his post. If you haven't seen it, you can go to Truth Social and take a look at it yourself. But we're going to start with the war in Iran today. You know, this war has the American people and the Iranian people suffering. You, the American people, are suffering. You, the Iranian people, are suffering. Y'all are suffering because of this war. Because ever since the president has put tariff on everything that we get from Iran, prices has been going up, inflation has been going up, jobs, unemployment been going up, the cost of living has been going up, basic necessities has been going up. All these different necessities, things like gas, prices, grocery prices, and every basic necessity that's in the United States has been going up. For a tank of gas, it's $6 now because of this war. because of this inflation. It's $6 more than it was under the Biden and Harris administration. You know, now that we got the Trump and Vance administration, gas prices has been going up to $6 a gallon. Think about that. Think about that. And while you are thinking about that, I want you to do the math because you now are paying $6 for a tank of gas, and under Biden you was paying I think $3 for a tank of gas under Biden. Basic necessities are going up. The basic cost of living is going up. Everything in the state of California that we need to basically live in California and in the United States is going up. And you, the American people, are not happy about that. Most definitely not happy about that. Because under Obama, the gas price was $3 for a tank of gas. That was the gas price under Obama. And then Trump came in 2017 and raised it to $10. And then Trump left office in 2021, and Biden came in 2021 and lowered it back down to $3 a gallon. Then Biden got out of office in 2025, and then Trump came back in and raised it back up to $6 a gallon. So basic necessities that we would be meeting if we was basic necessities that we would be needing to live in the United States is going up. The cost of basic necessities are going up. The cost of living is going up. We need to go back down. We need the prices needs to go back down so American families can 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 buy food, can buy basically basic necessities that they need to raise their families. Donald Trump don't want that to happen because he is too afraid of the Epstein and Maxwell files coming out, and in those Epstein and Maxwell file coming out, Donald Trump would be screwed, would be presidentially screwed, and he would have to resign from office as president of the United States. That's why he don't want the Epstein and that's why he doesn't want the Epstein and Maxwell files to come out now. Because he knows if they come out now, then he is presidentially screwed and he would have to resign from office as president of the United States. And hey, let me give you a tip. If you don't want Vice President James David Vance to become the 48th President of the United States, then I need every Democrat to do everything in their power to stop that from happening. Because if they don't, then James David Vance will be the 48th President of the United States. And we all don't want that to happen. If you want somebody to be a president for us, then put in an old school Republican. Thank you.